Oh wow, thank you, Simbi. I can't believe this happened again. So no audio, I was just talking myself. All right. We are live. I know it's the weekend, so we're just gonna do the best we can. So people who gonna watch this later, we can actually learn one or two things. Now, my name is Benarul, and I go with the title of Man, your one and only Wahala troublemaker brother, Ben, the youngest uncle. Yeah, I'm the youngest uncle. Don't try me. So, first of all, let's start this with a very interesting question. Hey, Lady Naval, how are you doing? She said, "You're just moving the leaves." What was? I'm sorry, my dear. I didn't activate my mic. I just did a show that I posted on my other channel. So when I wanted to start this live show, I have to come back and restart the studio again. Then I forgot to activate the audio. So that's what happened. So I believe you guys can hear me very well now, right? All right, we're gonna do this real quick. So first, I need you guys to type in the chat. What do you think are some of the challenges single mothers face when they are searching for love and happiness? Let's start with that. All right, thank you, my sister. Thank you, everybody. So let's do this quickly, guys. I really appreciate you guys turning up for this one. It's the weekend. I know everybody is busy, but as far as we have issues in our society, it's better for us to start tackling them so we can solve some of these problems in-house. You see, we can complain, we can whine about some of these issues without doing nothing about it, and we're never going to get anywhere until we actually start taking steps to correct them. So the first question, like I said, is what are the challenges you think single mom, single parent, especially women, what are the challenges they face when they want to find love and happiness again? So bear in mind, there are some single women who actually have one kid, some have two, and these children are at different ages, you know. So the challenges that is confronting a single mom of two kids, age 5 and age 2, ain't gonna be the same facing a woman with children age 10 to say 13. All right, no, let's just say age 9 to 12, which is regarded as preteen. And at the same time, the challenges that a woman with teenagers age say 13 all the way to 17, the challenges they're going to be facing is not going to be the same. So let's put that into consideration when we are answering this question. So guys, let's go. I'm going to be reading your comment right now. So drop your views in the chat. And if you're watching, you have not liked the video yet, please do me a favor, hit the like button. You know, it's only with the like that the algorithm can actually start showing the stream to people who are yet to join us. So take just 1 or 3 seconds to hit the like. I'm watching right now. We have 14 watching and we have just 2 likes so far. So guys, hit the like button. Now, I'll be reading your comment. This one is coming from my sister, Lady Naval. And she said, can you guys make sure to check your like button, please, and see if you have hit it? Thanks. Okay, thank you, my dear. You see, you are doing me a very good job, my sister. God bless you. Help support the platform. You can also share and subscribe if you haven't yet. Wow, I'm loving you already, my sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, what are those challenges that women often face when they want to start loving again, when they want to say, okay, I think I'm ready? What are some of the things holding them back? Those are the things we're going to be consider in today's show. And what can they do when they are moving back into the dating scene? So I've got a couple of videos that I'll play for you guys. All right. So please, while you drop your comment, let's take a listen to some of these videos. And the good thing is, these are testimonies and tips coming from women who had been there, done that, and they now have the courage to come online and tell other women that, hey, if you're facing this, these are the things you should watch out for. So let me play a couple of these videos so you guys can at least learn from it.
Finding love after divorce and or being in single motherhood. Number one, analyze your previous relationship or relationships, not to beat yourself up, but to be honest and ask yourself what made those relationships fail, both things that they did and things that you could have done better as well. Number two, decide how you want your next relationship to feel. Do you want it to feel like love? Do you want it to feel like joy? Do you want it to feel like peace? Focus on how you want it to feel, even more than listing out characteristics of a person, of how you want them to look and how much money you want them to have, XYZ. Focus more so on how you want it to feel. And number three, once you know how you want that next relationship to feel and look like, let no one, nothing separate you from that idea and that vision. Three of my tips of finding love after divorce and or being in single motherhood.
There's another one.
She would never be good enough for a man that's not happy with himself. I don't care how much you try to love, pour into that man, show him that you're different from all the rest. But if he's broken deep inside, you will never be enough, do enough for that man. The truth is, sis, you would never be good enough for a man that's not happy with himself. I don't care how much you try to love, pour into that man, show him that you're different from all the rest. But if he's broken deep inside, you will never be enough, do enough for that man. The truth is,
so,
are you a single mom? You want some dating advice? Well, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to date as a single woman with the blessings in the form of children. First, stop calling yourself a single mom. It changes your mindset when you call yourself a single woman with the blessings in the form of children. Your children are not a burden, baby. They're a blessing. The right man will see that. Calling yourself a single mother, it's like slapping a scarlet letter on your forehead, making it seem like you're less than worthy, less than desirable to date. And that's a lie from the pit of hell. 2, ma'am, you're always dating for marriage. Always. If a man wants to casually date you, he can go somewhere else, okay? You have other priorities. You are looking for your romantic best friend, somebody who's going to add value to your life. You are looking for somebody who's going to set a good example for your children, showing them what true love and healthy relationships are supposed to look like. What you don't want to do is just have casual relationships that are going to cause pain, heartache, and stress to you, which will spill over to your children. That right there is a no-man. And last but certainly not least, as a certified master love coach, this is the biggest and best advice that I can give you as a single woman with the blessings in the form of children who is dating. Ma'am, never, ever, ever, ever allow a man around your children by himself unless you have vetted this man and you are marrying him. And this man is a good man. He's a good-hearted man. and he would never do anything like that. And the reason why is because you put him through tests to know what his character is made out of, which means, bonus advice, ma'am, before you start dating, you should get coaching, period, point blank. You never, ever, as a single woman with the blessing in the form of children, want to go and start dating in your trauma, want to start dating with love blocks, want to start dating, and then you attract somebody who resonates with all of the trauma that you still have resonating within you. And then now your children are exposed to this fool, all because you haven't healed your stuff. That is the worst guilt for a mother to bear. So don't do it. Get healing, get coaching first. And I'm not just talking about scouring the internet for free information. I'm not just talking about watching Steve Harvey all day, even though I love Steve Harvey. I'm talking about getting real advice as you date for marriage, because anything less than that is an absolute no, ma'am.
Did you guys get all she said?
Have other priorities. You are looking for your.
All right. I hope you guys got everything she said. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to reading your comments, and then we can revisit this later. But for now, let's get on to serious business. Everybody deserves love. Every woman, every man deserves to be loved. Everyone deserves to be happy. And you should not compromise your happiness for anything at all. So let me look at what people are saying in the chat as far as the challenges facing single mothers when they're looking for love. So, all right. So my lady here says some of the challenges they have to go through is if they can't find that right one, who would want to take her and the kids? Yeah, extra mouths leads from, all right? And to have rights to discipline the amount of BDs. Is that baby daddies? Sanusi said, challenge faced by a single mom. Some men only want to date single women, but they don't want the children. These men want to date single mom, but they are not ready to support her and the children. Absolutely. Comfort also said, the children may not be happy if their mom finds love again. This one is huge, so I'm just going to start it right there. Comfort also said, some men will come into their lives and do hit and run. Absolutely. Yes, it's possible and it's happening. Replying to Comfort, Nabal said, Deshola, that's what I was saying. I agree. That's number one problem in most cases. You guys are right. You guys are right. Comfort also says, some men are not ready to take the responsibility of another man's child. Absolutely. Absolutely. But as a single mom who wants to date, you are not looking for this type of men. That's why I played those videos from the onset. As a single mom, all these men that want to hit and run, all these men that are not ready to carry responsibility, provide for another man's kids and all that, these are not the type of men you are looking for. So that is my tip number one. Find your man. Okay? That's my first tip. Find your man. If you are a single mom and all the folks that comes around you, you can tell from the way they presented themselves, from what they say, the conversation you have with them, how they conduct themselves around you. You know you are a woman. You know if somebody accepted you and your baby. And if the person just wants you alone, you're going to know. I'll give you an example. A man who wants to hit and run will never suggested any outing that gonna involve you and your babies. I don't know if you guys are getting my point now. That is the number one red flag you should watch out for. This man came into your life. This man found out that you are a single mother. You are pretty, you're beautiful, you got your life together, and you'll be talking, you'll be dating each other for like 4 months. Every time he asks you out, every time he want to take you out, or you guys want to do something together, nothing is involving your children. That you have 1 or 2 kids, nothing is involving them. Listen. Some men can actually say, okay, do you have, what are your children doing this weekend? Do you want to go to the park? We can take them to the park and all that. And as a woman, you can actually feel that, okay, especially if you have teenagers or preteen, you can feel that, I don't think I want this man to meet my baby yet. So you'll be giving him excuses why you don't want the children to go with you guys. So get my point clearly. He's suggesting family events, something that involves you and the babies and the children, and you are the one pushing back on that, okay, I don't want to do that. Now, that's a sign that this man is serious about you and your kids. But if all he's suggesting is, hey, Simbi, what are you doing this weekend? Can we go to the movie theaters? Oh, Simbi, there is a party going on this weekend. Would you mind coming with me? All right, Simbi, I got this out of town event I want to attend. Would you mind accompanying me? You've been with this guy 4 months, some 6 months, yet dude never suggested anything involving your children. All he suggested is a situation where he can get you all by himself. That's a red flag. That's a man who wants to hit and run. There are many other situations that once you notice nothing he's talking about really put your children in the picture, that is not the right man for you. So please let me know if that advice resonates with you, because I'm all about strategies. I've always told you guys that for me, I approach life as a game. If I'm doing anything, I see it as a game. We have to win together. And if it turns out that all you want to do is to win for yourself, I am not included in your victory, then that's not for me. So I believe women, you should do the same thing. Okay? As a single mom who has been doing her thing all by herself, you are now doing 1 or 2 things with this man, and every time you are not in the picture, or you are in the picture but your children are not part of it. Don't do it. Okay? So I believe that should answer that should take care of the tips right there that many of them want to hit and run. Simbi said, Simbi, by the way, I put our link I dropped the link in our operation group, so you can go there, click it to come in. Let me also drop the link for our VIPs. I know our VIPs are rich people. Many of them are actually having one event or the other today, so I'm not expecting a lot of people in the studio. So we're just gonna do the show and then leave it for playbacks, okay? Now, hey, Simbi, what's up? How you doing?
Hi, Uncle Ben. Good evening.
Evening, my dear. How is your weekend going in Nigeria?
Fine, thank you. We are buying fuel for 1,000 plus, so we're good.
Don't worry. By the time Bala Blue is done with everybody, all of them are good. All right.
Yeah, we go there all right. Last.
Okay, so right now what we are doing is we are trying to address all these suggestions that are in the comment. I just highlighted yours right now. You said some men see single mom as desperate women. Do you want to explain that further?
Yes, they actually see them as desperate women because they feel, she will not have a choice. Maybe if you ask her out, she will not have a choice. She doesn't have a preference. She will just, accept That's how they see single women, like women who do not have choices. So they just come.
Assumption. Are you saying single women or you're saying single mom?
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. Single moms, I meant to say. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's why they feel the need to just come, change things, maybe change the way you live. Some can even suggest that they don't like your job and tell
Okay.
you, okay, you have to change it. And sometimes they try to suggest discipline for your child, like they've known the child. You can just say, okay, you know what? Don't do it this way. You don't, you're not yet part of her life like that. You're just getting to know her and you're already making suggestions that does not concern you. Or some can even say, you know what, I don't want you to see your baby daddy. I don't want you to have anything to do with that man. That's not possible. They just
Good.
come, they come with this narcissistic behavior and it's very, very annoying. They just come and they want to be in control. So, and sometimes, as much as I would like to, blame these guys, I blame the women too. There's a way you position yourself. When you show these men that you have low self-esteem, they will just prey on that and take advantage of you. And that's
Hmm.
just it.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you have a point, but we addressed some of this yesterday. So today, I just want us to concentrate on what single mothers can do to find love. You get the scope of the show right now, because we know
Yes,
all these
yes.
problems are out there, and these are the challenges that are actually holding single women back. And I think by the time we start addressing single fathers too, we'll get to see some of the things that they have to deal with. So, but let's finish talking about the single mom and then we'll go to the single dad. So, today's show is about what single mom can do in order to find love. And when you're looking for love, to find love is not challenging to just single women alone. Okay, it's not just a challenge to single mom alone. Even single ladies are struggling to find love, real love. Do you agree with
Very
me on
true. Fact. True.
that? Okay. So it's general. The only difference there is that when a single lady is struggling to find love, it could be considered that okay, she's free, she doesn't have any responsibility, compared to a woman who now have another life or lives that she's responsible for. So it's not the same thing. So addressing the issue, starting with this your comment now, some men see single mom as desperate women. My tip, the advice I can give to our single ladies out there is that a man who truly loves you will never ever see you as a desperate man. Now, you have to present yourself as a woman who isn't desperate. I don't know if you see the two things I'm pointing out here, Simbi. On the one hand, on the one hand, a serious man will not just assume that, oh, you are desperate. A serious man
Very
won't
true.
come to you with that mindset that, oh, she's desperate. No. Before a man can say you are desperate, it means you are showing us those signs of a woman who is really desperate. So, two things. Real men will not see you as a desperate single mom, and you shouldn't present yourself as a desperate single mom. What are some of the signs of a desperate single mom? If you are listening in the chat, that's your second question. Please drop your answer. Let's quickly address this. What are some of the signs of a desperate single mom? Go ahead.
One of the signs, you're just meeting a guy for the first time and you're already telling him your problems, the problems you have with your kid, the problem you have with your baby daddy. That's a sign of desperation. That's my opinion. I kind of feel like when you start, you've not known this guy, you barely know him, and then you start dropping your problems on the table like he's your savior. So he'll start he'll start feeling a certain kind of way, like, okay, she's trying to back me into the corner. I don't think I'm ready for this. The guy might just withdraw. I think that's one of, even if it's not even just about single moms, I think this applies to single ladies too. When you
Yeah,
are very, very quick to drop your problems. Everyone has problems, but that's not how you should present yourself. The first the first impression you give matters a lot, and it's going to last for a lifetime. That is, if you guys get to the next level. So
absolutely.
dropping your problems. Oh, my baby is this, my baby daddy is this, or then literally everything you're talking about is not even life generally. You are just talking about problems. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of guys don't take some ladies seriously.
Okay, that's a good one. Guys, in the comments, drop your opinions. What do you think are the signs of a desperate single mom? I got one here, Simbi, if you can consider it
Okay.
together. One of the signs of a desperate single mother is their conversation usually tends towards marriage. I'm sorry. For instance, single mom just meet a guy. They started talking, they are chatting, and they be going back and forth like 1 month. And then in the second month, they started dating. The guy started asking her out. And whenever they are together, the conversation quickly shifts to, oh, as I am right now, I'm ready for marriage. As I am right now, I want a serious man. Or they start talking about, where is this relationship going? Are we going to be married? Or
In 2 months.
yeah, I'm telling you, there are some people who really made this mistake that they don't know. The conversation is always around, how do we move to the next level? How do we
Okay,
take
but Uncle Ben, what if the guy made a statement like he's trying to find out where her head is, if she's ready to settle down, and she's honest, and she says, okay, you know what, I see myself being married in the next 1 year. Is that also a sign of being desperate?
No, no. That
Okay,
is the woman actually telling the man her goals, where she see herself in the next 1 year. So that is not desperation. Desperation is, to some, this conversation is really a complex one, so we have to take it one step at a time. Desperation,
it's
for
sensitive.
instance, desperation, for instance, can take the form of, let's say you are a single mom, Simbi, and I'm a single dad, and we met, we want to start something. Within 1 month, we're getting into the second month. Desperation could be something like, oh, can you come over to my house? Maybe we can spend some time together there, and then maybe you can help me with some things around the house, or can you help me watch my kids? It's just like putting responsibility on the man at the earliest stage of the relationship. Like, you barely know each other yet, but your approach is different. Or the desperation might take another form. It can be like you visit the man's house just between 2 months that you just met. You're already doing wifey duty. You're washing his clothes, cooking.
I don't do that one.
Prepare everything. You're already establishing yourself.
You're organizing his kitchen and his wardrobe. Wife material.
Desperation could be in form of excessive questioning. You just meet this guy and you started going within 2 months. You started going, oh, well, I would like to know your ex-girlfriend. What really happened between you and your ex-girlfriend? What did you do? How did you treat her? What kind of person is she? It's just barely 2 months. I don't know if you get what I'm saying right now, Mama.
Yes.
It's barely 2 months. This is a period where you are supposed to just to get to know him, his personality, and he gets to know you. So you have to take it one step at a time. So any single mom watching this right now, and you are really serious about finding love, you need to go and research what are the things that if I do this, I might come off as a desperate woman who is finding love. Another thing, and I think as a single mom, this is going to be my second tips. You have to define what you are actually looking for in a man. Are you
Uncle Ben, sorry. That defining, I'm beginning to think that it's not, to me, I kind of feel like I don't need to tell you the kind of man I want. Let me be with you. If you're the kind of man I want, I will see it and probably stay. Because sometimes when we tell these men what we want, they end up pretending. Yes, they'll just, okay, she likes a man that, and when a man is not doing things naturally because that's who he is or that's what he wants to do, they end up, that's where you now say, oh, he has changed. But I kind of feel like he will change definitely because you told him what you're expecting. I don't want to have to tell you what I expect from you as a man. I kind of feel like you should study me, get to know me. Then naturally you can tell that, okay, my babe likes chocolate. Oh, she doesn't like it when you wear your shoe inside the house. Those things will just, if you're observant and intelligent enough, you can figure out the woman that you're dating. Although there are some things you can ask her, like, babe, what's your favorite color? And maybe you're coming home with roses, or you're coming home with a very nice bag because that's her favorite color and stuff like that. I feel like that. I don't need to tell you, Uncle Ben. I'm saying this because from experience, I've made that mistake. They come and they're like, what do you expect? I tell them, they do that thing in the beginning, and then in the middle, they stop doing it. Because that's not who they are.
But you are not a single mom.
Yeah, I'm just saying these are the challenges we face. When we start telling a man what we want him to do, I'm just saying I don't feel comfortable telling any man what I want him to do for me or how I want him to behave around me.
Okay.
Just be natural. Yes.
The question I'm asking, what are you looking for, is it has nothing to do with how you see it now, but I get where you are coming from and I get the point you are making, because this is a situation a lot of single ladies out there find themselves. But with a single mom, you have to answer this question. What are you looking for? It's a two-part question. A, are you looking for a father for your children? Or B, are you looking for a man for you, yourself? Hey, what's up, AJ? I want you to think about that question briefly. We'll come back to it. AJ said, just be yourself, hardworking and caring. Lord will find you. Guys, we admire you. Your dedication and care of your kids will help single mom find love. Thank you, AJ. That's a very good one. Mercy Kendra say, exactly, Uncle Beno. Comfort said, they will keep on asking, hope the relationship will lead to marriage. Yeah, those are signs of desperation. Ijoma Princess said, good evening, Uncle Ben. Hey, Ijoma, how you doing? Welcome, Mama. Kendra said, where is that one from, Kendra? Kendra said, no proper communication except marriage is a sign of being desperate. AJ also said, desperate single moms will always hasten you to settle. They don't want relationship. They just want marriage. Absolutely. And any woman who is a single mom right now, if you are approaching a new relationship and you approach it with this mentality that, okay, I just want marriage, that is a giveaway. A lot of men will run away. I've seen and I've heard a lot of ladies say, all these men, they aren't serious, they come around, and once they get the cookie, they just want to clap the cookie and that's it, they're gone. No, auntie. There is something that is chasing them away, and it's not your babies. Let's just make that clear. You could be a single mom who knows what she's doing, a professional, you have your job, you have your home, and you have everything together. I know a lot of sisters who are single mothers and they are doing amazing job with it. But then if you are looking for love as a single mom, you should be able to separate being a single mom from who you are as a person. It's two things. And like I said, nowadays, a lot of serious men, because we also have a lot of single daddies all over the place now, and they are looking for a wife too. And I can tell you for free, a single dad will quickly settle for a single mom who they both have chemistry than looking for a single girl that are gonna come in and say, oh, I want to raise your kid. It's not easy, because a single dad of one or two kids finds you a single mom of one or two children, and you both have chemistry, you both have this thing going, you are in the same boat. If he starts something with you, something serious with you, he knew that in as much as he's having to deal with blended family situation, you also as a lady, you're gonna have to deal with a blended family situation. So it works perfectly well. So I need you to kind of separate you being a single mom from who you are, because sometimes your attitude, how you talk, what you do might be what is chasing the men away, and not the fact that you have a baby. Do you get this point, Simbi? Is it clear?
Uncle Ben, is not that clear.
Okay.
Because what kind of attitude is a single mom supposed to have? Remember that she has a child, and that child is the priority. So what if, it depends. I kind of feel like it depends on the man that is coming around. If he's a baby man, then he's not going to stick around. Just because the man doesn't stick around, that doesn't mean that the single mom chased him away with her attitude or behavior. Sometimes baby men come around, and good radiance, let them go. So that's not always the case.
Okay. You see, that is why we're having this conversation, my dear. I'm telling you right now as a man, and I'm just being honest with you, from a lot of things I've heard, young men who are matured now, those guys are ready. They have their job, they have their things together. They have, especially here in America, many of them, they've been here 15 years, some 10 years, some 8 years. And in America, when you are single as a young man, if you know what you're doing, all it takes is 3 to 4 years. You already have a part, and 2 more years, you are already ready. You are made, you are ready to settle down. What I hear many of them complain about mostly is not about the children. It's usually the mother. So I just have to clarify that with you, my dear Simbi. I mute you because I'm getting a feedback from your mic. It's not as if maybe I'm cutting you off. So in case where you want to talk, just unmute yourself. So what I'm explaining here is very simple. And I think any single mom listening to me right now can figure this thing out. Who you are as a person is one part of you searching for love. You have to separate your motherly role from your own personality. Okay? Now, when you go to social media platform, for instance, TikTok, and you see many of these ladies that come to TikTok and they said some nonsensical thing, and they are single mom. Is it their children that is saying that thing they are saying? I want us to get this right. Simbi, this question is for you real quick. Guys, I'm sharing the link. Anybody want to ask question? If you have any question, feel free to ask, okay? Don't be ashamed. We got to fix this problem. So, Simbi, I'm asking you right now, if a single mom hop on TikTok and say things like, I don't need a man, I can take care of myself, I've been taking care of my baby. If y'all want to come into my life, you got to be ready. You got to be a man. You got to step up. I don't need any man around me, commanding me around. Blah, blah. Is that the baby talking, or the woman herself showing
The
who
mother.
he is. That's the point I'm making. You
She's
feel me now?
scaring the men away, obviously, yeah, with that kind of statement.
Exactly. So sometimes when you are a single mom and you see men coming around, you know, a lot of single moms, some of them, they look outstanding, they look gorgeous, they are beautiful. In fact, some have 2-3 kids, and if they don't admit to you that, oh, I have 2 kids, you won't know because they are really pretty. They are beautiful. Now, if you are attracting men, there are some single mom out there now that by the time 4-5 men are in their DM asking them out, some single lady don't even have 2 men asking them out. And yet, as much as these men are coming around chasing them, the men will just come. After they hang around a little bit, they will see the attitude. They will see the personality and they'll be like, oh no, I can't deal with this. So the point I'm making is you have to check yourself. Sometimes you have to speak to a man around you, or maybe a sister, somebody you can confide in, and tell them, is anything wrong with my behavior? Do I come off to you as if men cannot stand me? That's the point we are making. You feel me now? So,
like being bossy.
Who is Bimbo?
No, I'm asking. You mean the bossy attitude?
Oh, yeah. Some women are being bossy. You can't blame them. When you have kids with a man and that man run away, leave you alone to handle the entire responsibility, as a woman, after a while, you are getting used to doing everything all by yourself. You are getting used.
Yeah, Uncle Ben, you are beginning to come around to what I was saying earlier. That means he should be a little bit understanding that this woman has been on her own for a while and she has been literally playing the role of a mother and father at once, as well as providing. So maybe if he's a little bit understanding, she just might warm up.
Okay, now this is where my approach is different, and that is why I started yesterday's show with that story about living with an uncle and how uncles' approach matters. I know it's going to be difficult for millennials and Gen Z to really understand what I'm saying here, but those who will get it, they will get it. If any lady right now who has this mindset that the man should know, quote and unquote, any lady that where you stand right now is, oh, he should have known. Why don't he understand? He should know this. You are not ready for a relationship with a real man. I know it's going to be tough, and I know some people will not take this lightly, but I'm just being an uncle here, and I'm telling you right now, even those of us who are...
Uncle Ben, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he should know based on, because he doesn't know our experience with her baby daddy. No, I'm just saying. Okay.
I get you, my dear. Okay. See, what you were saying, the man should have considered the fact that this single mother has been carrying her burden all alone. She has been used to doing things all by herself. That's what you are saying. That a man who saw a single mother and feel like, wow, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, I want her. So when that man is coming to approach her, and then she now open her mouth and say, well, I like you too, John, but John, do you know I have 2 kids? You are telling me now that that man should have automatically have that understanding, that matured mind, that mindset that, oh, single mom of 2, she must be an independent woman. She must be a very strong woman because she has been doing this all by herself. Right now, every man should know that she's going to have some attitude. That's what I'm hearing, my dear. And that's what I'm trying to correct. When I said any woman that have the mindset that a man should have known, oh, this guy at your age, why don't you know this? And by the way, this is some of the things that is destroying a lot of modern marriages now. You see people regret this all the time. You see a woman with divorce and then thinking back, she will be telling to herself, I don't think he's really that bad. At least he's not that bad. I just feel like there are some things he should have taken lead. There are some things he should have done that he really don't do. That is where the problem lies. So if I have to advise single mom right now, as a brother, as an uncle, I would tell you, if you are in that space of doing everything all by yourself, there are some dangers that comes with that. And it's not danger as in maybe it's a red flag. No. You just have to know that when you find a man who is truly invested and trust in you, a man who really see you as somebody he can settle with, you have to turn down some of those things you will say or some of those things you will do. That's the point I'm making. See, men, our composure, our appearance can fool women at times. You can look at a man and say, oh, this man is 40 years old. Oh, definitely he's matured. The brain, when it comes to relationship and understanding women, the brain in that man's head, it could be that of a 23, 24 years old boy. Do you get what I'm saying now, Simbi? Hey, Esther, how you doing? Hello, Simbi.
Yeah, Uncle Ben, I'm with you. I'm here.
You can see a man who is like 40
that
years
age
old.
Is just a number, like, yes.
Just a number. His maturity level, a 40 years old man might have the maturity level of a 25 years old boy. Yeah. That's why we see all problem in relationship. A man you think should have known certain thing, know how to approach some issue. By the time you are dealing with him, you will be stunned that this man, his approaches to issue is that of a boy who is still in the street. So, as a woman, a single mom, you have to factor all these things into what you are doing. So now let's come to that question again, Simbi. And I want every lady in the chat right now, if you are enjoying this, please give us like and don't be a stranger, participate. I need you to answer this question. When a single mom is looking for love and happiness again, what type of a man is she looking for? Should she look for a father to her children or a man for herself? Let's go, guys. That's the question. Simbi, your answer first, because now you day studio. So let's look into it together. Should a single mom look for a father for her kids or a man for herself?
I think both. Look for a man that can be a father to your kids and a man that, suits your personality, man that matches you. Because if one is lacking, there will be problem. That's my opinion. That's what I feel. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right, guys in the chat, what's your take? Should single mom look for father to her kids or a man for herself? And I will explain where I'm going with this shortly. Please hit like, give us like. If you're watching this, hit the like button. Hopefully this show will help some people. And if you want to come into the studio, don't hesitate. The studio link is in the chat. Just click on it and drop your 2 cents. We are just trying to help our sisters. Probably maybe if you guys hear 1 or 2 things from my mouth today, it can actually help you in your quest for your ideal man. So, Simbi, you said your answer is that she should look for both. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. She has to, because if Uncle Ben, if she gets a man for herself, let me explain. And the man is all, into her and is obsessed with her and he's not, ready to be a father, because not everyone's actually fit to be a father. Maybe he's not ready to be a father or take up the responsibilities of a dad. There's going to be constant clashing. he's going to be, the relationship between himself and the woman might be okay or will be going fine. But when it comes to the kids, you find out they're always having misunderstanding. Oh, why did you hit my daughter? Why did you hit my son? What happened? Why did you tell my son not to do this? Why did you cut his out? There are a lot of things. They'll just keep clashing. So why not look for, both? But I kind of feel like if you cannot get a man for yourself, if the man naturally likes your kid, then your affection for him will grow. I think it's better to come from that angle where you can see that you see this man and you see that he's good with kids. First of all, he's a friend. He has not asked you out. But you see that he's good with kids and your kids warm up to him. That can make a single mother, start growing affection for that man. She can just fall in love with you straight up. She'll be like, he's good with my kids. And the love can start from there. But if it starts with you and it does not extend to the children, that's where the problem is. So I kind of feel like if you cannot get a man for yourself and you see that this man is good with your children, but then you have to be careful because there are a lot of pedophiles out there pretending to be nice and all of that. So it's complicated.
Wow. The more we have this conversation, the more I'm beginning to see where we have issue in our society as far as single mothers searching for love. Okay, I'm going to break this down with my own understanding and hopefully it can resonate. So Kendra said, I believe both. She should look for a father to her kids and herself. Cool. Welcome, Messi Aguro. And then Karen said, they prioritize their kids first than seeking love for themselves. Thank you, Karen. My sister Sharon said, I think a father to her kids. Okay. Again, Sharon said, most of them are looking for love for their kids more than love for themselves. Okay. Because the gateway to single mother heart is because the gateway to single mother's heart is the kids to accept you first. If not, you are wasting your strength. Hey, what's up, Cece? Welcome, my sister.
Yes, it's true. What Sister said is true. That's why I said the love can start from there. When she sees that you're good with her children, she can just start from there.
Can I point out what I think people are missing with this question? I know it's a very delicate question, okay? And since Cece is here, I'm going to ask the same question. Cece, I dropped the link in our WhatsApp group, but I'm still going to drop it here. So any sister who want to hop in can hop in and help us make it make sense. Now, Kendra said, if a single mom find a man for herself, not minding if the man doesn't love the kids, she might end up regretting such decision. So both is okay. All right. So Cece, the question we're addressing right now is, should single mom look for father to their kids or a man for herself? Now, let me put it this way. Maybe it will make sense. You see, if a single mom is looking for father for her kids, she may likely struggle to find a man who truly loves her. I hope you are listening, Simbi and other ladies in the chat. I'll say that again. If a single mother is looking for father to her children, it might take a while before she will find that man that truly loves her. Because almost every day, every week, she will see a man that she thinks fit the bill of being father to her kids. And then she will end up settling. Okay? She will end up settling. You guys let me know if you are not getting my theory, but let me land it anyway. Now, imagine when you are looking for father for your kids, number one, it calls for desperation. A single mom goes through a lot. They have to provide for the children. They have to do so many things, a lot of things that we stress them out. And every day they gonna miss the presence of a man, and they're gonna miss that assistant that they desperately need. So now they are all out here looking for a man who want to step in and occupy the shoe of a father. Okay. 2, finance. If a man is looking for father for her kids, that woman is probably strongly financially. There are just too many single women out there. You say what?
That's not the point I was trying to make. Like,
okay.
she's not. That's why I started with the whole friendship thing. It's just like you've known someone for years. Maybe you just bump into an old classmate and he's saying, "Are you married? It's been a while. Let's catch up," just as friends. And then he's connecting with the child, a girl or a boy or children. She'll naturally just have affection for him. She'll be like, "Oh, he's good with kids." And she might be doing well financially. She might not be struggling, Uncle Ben. She just see that, oh, he's good with kids. She has not fallen in love with him yet. This is affection now. She's seeing that he's good with kids. The kids are warming up to him. And then he keeps coming around. He's not even asked her yet. So it's not like she's she just saw him and she's like, okay, this is my target. Yes, this is my target. No, that's not the point I was trying to make.
Simbi, you see, this is a very, very delicate question.
Okay.
And like I said, because you are not a single mom, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to really understand what these struggles are. Single mom who are listening right now, they know what I'm talking about already. You see, when you're searching for love as a single man, as a single mom, you are considering your children at the same time you are considering yourself. But you need to first of all evaluate your options, evaluate yourself, tell yourself, what am I looking for? What is it exactly do I want? And if you look at the answers we have so far in the chat, you are looking for both a man who's going to love you and at the same time who will be the father to your children. That is where we both agree that, okay, you are looking for this man that will love you and at the same time the man will accept your children. But remember what we said in yesterday's show, that if a man is coming into your life as a man who want to marry a single mom, bear in mind that you are not coming into her life to be father to those children. Do you remember what we said that yesterday, Simbi?
Yes, we did. Yes, we established that fact. Yes.
To that point. So every woman should first of all know, as a single mom, if you say, "Oh, I'm looking for father for my children," you already set yourself up for failure. Because
okay.
I get it. If you say, "Oh, I'm stepping out, oh, this is my children, I need a man in the house, I need a man." If that is your approach, you already set yourself up for failure, because you are not thinking for yourself. You are not thinking in terms of you loving yourself and getting somebody to love you. You feel me now? You are just like, these children, there should be a father. A father should be here for them. A man should be in the house. So now, that desperation to find a father for the children will now cloud your judgment and assessment of looking for the right man. Because now, all you set out to see is, where's the man that loves children? Where's the man that has money? Being a dad is not a joke, my dear. I'm a dad. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. Being a dad is not a day job. Women might look at it like, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you not just a dad?" No. Being a responsible man is one of the difficult jobs out there any man can face. And I'm going to be honest and be sincere with you guys. Being a dad means you are sacrificing your time, you are sacrificing your leisure, you are doing everything for the children. The children comes first. And that is one of the reasons why it is always difficult for a man to easily marry a single mom, because he's thinking, I don't want to take care of another man's child. I know these are tough conversations, but we need to have it. It's hard. A lot of men don't want to come in and raise another man's child. So that is why for a single mom, you have to take your time and really answer this question. Am I looking for a father to my children, or am I looking for a man that loves me for me? And here is the kicker. If you find a man that truly loves you, that man will automatically love and accept your children. Any matured woman in the house, please chip in. If you really get what I'm talking about right now, please, let's make it make sense.
Yes, Uncle Ben, I get your point now. Yes.
Good. So, for instance, as a married man myself, there are times that I can't even stand my own kids, because these are Gen Z. There are times that I'm right here now in my home office. There are times my children, they might start fighting or having argument downstairs. And all I wanted is just a quiet environment. Now, imagine if these kids of mine, if they are children from another man who don't even give an F. And here I am trying to walk, and these kids are downstairs yelling, or maybe they are just excited, they are just playing, shouting, yeah! What do you think will be going on in the minds of a man who don't really love you, but you just kind of manipulate him because you know you are looking for a dad for your children? What do you think will be going on in his mind? That is why a lot of single mom that find a man, before long, they start struggling in that marriage. So my advice as an uncle, look for a man for you first. Find a man that truly loves you. When a man loves you from the depth of his heart, he will sacrifice anything. He will cross any bridge. He won't even care. Maybe the children are stressing him out. Please, if you understand what I'm saying, let me know.
Yes, yes. It's true.
All right. Josie is here.
He will share your burden with you without you asking him to share your burden. Exactly. Yes, I agree.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. Yesterday was a Friday, and my side chick, my first daughter, I call her my side chick because that girl is just treating me like a sugar daddy now. And my baby girl, they have a game in their school, and it was a big game. So she already told me, Daddy, I'm going to be at that game. And I'm like, that's fine. So later on, our family friend took her to the game. I was at work. All we thought was that by 8 p.m., the game will be over. But that game was not over until after 10 p.m. So by the time she called her mom, that mom game is random, her mom was already tired. So my family friends, who happens to be the father to her own friend, now went to their school to pick them up. And the man cannot bring them to my house because he also has a lot of things to do. So the man took her to his own house. After I left work around 11 p.m. and I was coming home tired, my baby have to text me. T-baby have to text me and say, hey, babe, please, I'm tired. When you're coming from work, can you please go and pick Blessing up from so and so place? Oh, Lord Jesus. I was like pissed. I called her, then I texted her and said, if I knew this game was going to be this long, I wouldn't allow you to go. Anyway, I drove down there, pick her up. At the end of the day, we got back home like maybe 11:30 p.m. at night. Imagine if that happens to be a stepdaughter. That the mom, I did not truly love the mom. The mom just kind of worked her way into manipulating me into marrying her so I can be their dad. The bottom line of what I'm saying here is that if a man don't truly loves you and you have kids as a single mom, that man will be struggling to do a lot of things for the children. But if the man truly loves you, if he truly loves you from the get-go, even after you have kids, he is right there with you. Whatever he's doing for those children, he will take it as if he's doing it for his own kids. That's just the point I'm making. So please, my single ladies out there, it is very important that you look for a man for you first. A man who truly loves you, we automatically transfer that love to the children. Even we that we are in marriage today is the same principle. When you love your wife, you automatically love everything that comes out of her. The same with women who marry single dads. A lot of women marry a lot of men who have one daughter or one son or two kids somewhere, because those women love the man and the man showed off, takes care of them, they have understanding, they have chemistry. You will see a woman raising another woman's children lovingly with all the cares and everything as if nothing happens. It's the love that she has for the man that she's transferred to the children. Tosin, how are you doing? It's been a while. Are you here, Tosin?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm here.
I suspect Nigeria is hitting you bad. You are muted again, Tosin. I don't know what happened. Or let me try and mute you. Maybe it will work. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Try and mute you. Maybe it will work. Can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you now.
All right. So, Tosin, tell me.
I can hear you, sir.
What do you think of what I said in this question?
What do you think of what I said in this question?
About if a single mom should look for a father for
about if a single mom should look for a father for,
or if she should find a man for herself.
Or if she should find a man for herself. What's your...
At the first glance, I would have opted for looking for a father for your kids. But after listening to your submissions and your the point you raised while in the show, I realized that like I am in support of your point and your submission that a single mom should look for a man who loves her. And if the man loves you, the love transcends to your children without any issues with that. But then for me, I still think looking for a father to your looking for a man who would act as a father to your kids would also mean if a man loves your kids, that means the man also loves you. There's no way a man would love your kids and not love you. So he would have first met you in the first place, like you are the first point of contact. So there's no how he would love your kids and not love you.
Okay, good one on that. Let me quickly take this comment. This comment from my sister Yinkus. Hey, Sister Yinka, how you doing? Thank you for being part of the show again. God bless you.
God bless you.
Tosi, mute yourself because I'm getting a feedback from your phone. I don't know whether you are using the earpiece or maybe not, but there is echo from your phone. Okay, Sister Yinku said, if it is to find a father figure, you can have an uncle or a responsible male figure, not someone on a relationship with you in your life, step in to help you play some sort of fatherly role. How can I love this comment 100 times? Oh, God bless you, Yinkus Pepe. God bless you. You see, women make this mistake a lot, especially our single mothers. They make that mistake that in desperation for looking for a father for their children, they end up picking the wrong man. They pick the wrong man. they become games. And a lot of men knows that as a single mom, you need help. That is why single mothers are vulnerable a lot. Especially, remember what I said about age. If your children are under the age of 8, if your kids are under the age of 8, you got to be careful. A lot of men will just come around and play with your emotions. A lot of men will come around and simply play with you. Okay? So you don't want to be that woman that they are just coming into your house, hop in your bed, eat your food and everything, and after a while, they will run away. You don't want to be that woman. So thank you, Sister Yinka, for at least making that clear. Now, there's another thing here that is just another mistake I sometimes figure that single women make. When you want to seek help, when you are looking for a father figure for your children, just like Yinka suggested now, your uncle, a male figure, somebody you can trust, is actually in a better position to help you play that father figure role. Please, sisters, look into what I'm telling you right now. Like I said yesterday, as an uncle, it is not my place to say things that will appease you or sound sweet to your hearing. If I say all that, I'm really not helping you, to be candid. And I'm going to continue to mention that. Playing the role of an uncle is not easy. The easiest thing I can tell you is to just agree with everything you are saying now and say, yeah, yes. That is like the easiest thing for me to say. I just want to bring a person. Yes, you are right. That is me looking for subscribers or views. But like I've said before, my goal on this channel is not to cash cruise. It's not to make money or stuff like that. It's just for us to iron issue out and for me to just be this uncle from far away who can say some things that it may not be sweet, but sometimes we can apply it in daily life. Hey, my sister Yikus Pepe, how are you doing?
Hi, Uncle Dano. How's everybody doing?
We are good, my sister. I'm so lucky. Hey, see, loco.
It's a Saturday and things are a little bit toned down here, so I just thought I'd call in today. Because today's show every show is always a hit back to back, but I just felt like I needed to just put a voice to the comments because I do a lot of the comments, so I'm just stepping in today to do something.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. So about this, I just wanted to, piggyback on what you said, sir, about, I'm not a single mom myself, but, with everything that I've seen around and a little bit of experience that I have on my own part, I just honestly believe that love is very, very deep, but you can't play games with it. The truth of the matter is that if you are a single mom or a single dad, no matter which side you're on, if you're looking for a role model or someone for your child, you can find someone that you're not in a relationship with for that. But you can't trade that and say, okay, you're looking for a father for your children right off the bat. Men are going to run away from that. Even you as a woman, if you meet a man and he's a single dad and he tells you up front, I'm just really looking for someone that can be a mom to my children and all of that, you're not even going to feel like a priority to that man. So you're going to either check out or maybe depending on the situation that you're in, take it as is. But I believe that for a woman, you should be looking for someone who truly loves you. If the man loves you, he will love everything that comes out of you. All your flaws, everything, he will love all of that for you. He will want to step up and be there because he wants to be included in your life. But if you're looking right off the bat for a man for your children, you're pretty much doing yourself a disservice because the man is just going to pretend, take what he wants to take away from you, and that's going to be it. You're not really going to get what you're looking for. And that for me is a big deal because what are you really looking for? Are you looking for a father for your children? If you're looking for a father figure, you can find an uncle, you can find a responsible man in the community. You can find someone who you're not in a relationship to step up and maybe, chip in with the boys or something like that. They don't have any relationship with you. So you already have that for your children. You can't just, it's like you're almost tricking someone and you're expecting that they will love your children first. You need to find someone who loves you first, and they will love everything about you. Even the things that you didn't think that anybody could love you for, they will love you because they really, really love you. I think society has kind of downgraded what the true meaning of love is. Love is deep. If you love someone, you can see two people and you're wondering why they're even together, why this person loves this person so much, because you just don't see anything good in that person. But to that one person that loves them, they mean the world to them. And that's what you should be looking for. If you mean the world to a man, he will do anything for your children. He will do anything for your family just because he loves you. He will extend that love to everything else around you. And that's the way I see it.
Thank you, my sister. You see, I love you. God bless you. God bless you. Because sometimes, I'm a coconut head uncle, and sometimes when I say some of these things, people will just look at it like, Ben, don't start again. Don't bring your own mentality come again. But I so much love your submission, my sister, because we have to address these things in order to help some sisters out there. A lot of single moms are getting interest from men weekly, monthly, because many single moms, especially here in the Western world, they are working class. They look good, even though they have all this huge responsibility they take care of. They still look good and they are attractive. So men comes all the time. And like we're saying now, if your mission, if your goal is, I want a father for my children, you will start thinking any man that sometimes you just accept nonsense. I'm sorry to say. Sometimes you will see some red flags from some men, but just because he comes around your children, he acts good, you just like, he's good. And yet you've seen some red flag that I don't think this guy really loves me. But you go ahead because you say, well, I'm doing it for my kids. And we Africans, we are really good at doing that. We make excuses all the time. And let me just do it for my children. No. You heard my sister Yinku saying it right now. If you find a man that truly loves you, you've won a jackpot. That man will automatically love your children. Automatically. And then you will even enjoy your life. He will take you out. You will go and cash cruise. You will do everything you want. And yet, when it comes to the children, you are both on board. Sister Yinka, God bless you. My sister is here again. My own Bingpe from Maryland. Bingpe, the accountant. How are you doing, Sister Bingpe? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, you are muted though.
Sorry, I forgot that I'm muted. Hello, Brother Beno.
It's so sweet to hear your voice, my sister. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Oh, God bless you, my sister. This one you called in. This topic probably hit a chord.
No, I mean, I've been hearing the conversation. I'm outside. I'm driving. I can't really type. So I said, let me just call to keep in my 1 or 2 cents, so that way, I'm also participating. Because I've been hearing the conversation and the question that you're talking about right now, that should you be looking for love as a single mother, or should be looking at the father figure for your children when you're looking for a relationship as a single mother? I mean, I'm not a single mother, but what I'm thinking is, when you're looking for a relationship or you're looking for love as a single parent, even if you're a single father or a single mother, you are also looking, indirectly you're also looking for a second parent for your children, like a wife or a father or a mother, depending on whether it's a single father, but we are talking about single mother, so I'll focus on single mother. So my own thing is, if I'm a single mother, when I meet somebody, I also want to, not just the way you treat me, the way you also treat my children. You see? Because there are some people that when they come into your life, they love you, they care for you. You might say, oh, if somebody loves me, then they should. If they love me deeply, they will accept me. They will accept everything that comes with me, whether I have children or not, or my flaws and everything. But when you're in a relationship with someone and you're a single mother and you see the way when you talk about your children or any conversation that has to do with your children comes up, you see the way they behave. But they treat you well, they do things for you, they are always there to, to be a help. But when it comes to your children, you can see that they have like a bit of a reservation, or they are not sure whether they should, do whatever they need to do for your kid as well. So I guess that's where the um the the, um, the complication comes in, that when you're looking for love, so what are you looking for as a single parent? Because as a single parent, you're not just a single person. You have children, and these children is going to be in your life for the rest of your life. So you'll be looking for love, quite alright. But also you have to be, I think, as a single mother, you have to be careful to make sure that the love that you're looking for, not that you're looking to replace your baby father or the father of your children, but you have to make sure that whoever that is coming into your life, the love that they have for you, they extend it to your children too. The way they treat your children. Like CB said earlier, that some people, they come into your life because of that children, because they want to, molest your kids. You see what I'm saying? So I agree that, you're not just looking for somebody that will just come and take the children out of your hands and be raising them for you. No. But whoever that is coming into your life as a spouse or as a boyfriend, you have to be very cautious and pay attention, because you can miss it. If somebody loves you, they care for you, they're always there, but you are not sure if they really, really extend that love to your children. Does that make sense? No, I understand what you're saying, but if I'm a single mother, that's the way I would think about it. This man loves me, okay, fine, they love me. Does he extend his love to my children? Not for him to be a father for them.
Exactly. Thank you, ma.
They love me. Does he extend his love to my children? Not for him to be a father for them. Thank you, ma.
Exactly. God bless you, ma. You just voiced out my thoughts.
That's exactly what I
You
was
could
trying
just
to
fall
tell
in love
Uncle
with
Ben too.
any random person
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was trying to tell.
Hold on. I
Looking
think
for a father, you're looking for a model for your child. You're not just looking out for yourself at this point. You're also looking out for your children's welfare.
okay. Tosin, I think your phone is actually bringing a feedback, but I get what you're saying.
Tosin, I think your phone is actually bringing a feedback.
Mute your phone, Tosin. Sorry, Omo.
I think it's fine.
Okay, I think it's okay now.
Okay.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from, but Uncle Beno. I understand that you love somebody, and thank you, CB, and the other lady. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Tosin.
Yeah, so Tosin, is it Tosin?
She's Tosin. Her name is Tosin.
Okay, yeah, sorry, Tosin. Yeah, Tosin and Simbi. Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from, because I'm not a single mother, but if I happen to be one, that's what I'll be looking for. You love me, that's fine. You love me, you take care of me, and so certain situation will happen that will tell me that if this man truly love my kids the way he loves me. Because having kids, like you said, Uncle Beno, you always say that you will not marry a woman that have kids, except the kids at a certain age. Children can be, they will push you, they will test you. So I want to see the way you react especially when the situation with baby father, or appointment is clashing, or schedule is clashing. How does he react to that situation?
Yeah.
I get. I get your point. Sister Yinka, do you want to say something to that?
Yes, I wanted to say something to what you just said now about, you want to really see his true colors, how he's going to act when situations like that happen. We as humans need to realize that since you can't really go around testing someone, you pretty much have to leave your eyes open. There's so much that can be said from actually saying nothing. When you're having discussions, you're just talking about something in general. You can find out where someone's heart is based on their responses to the situation that is around them. If you're talking about appointments clashing and, maybe needing to pick up a child from the school and all that, that's still going to take some time for you to get to that point. So in the beginning, for me, I feel like you should be looking for a man that is, You know, if he truly loves you and he's a responsible man, of course, you're not just going to be dating someone that does not have sense. The man, you know, already know that this man is a responsible guy. You already know a lot about him. So with time, you're going to see all these things. When you have to maybe cancel a date because your child is sick, or maybe you have to be someplace and you're not going to be there, or maybe you have to do something with the child of the father. You get the his body language and the way he responds will let you know right off the bat how things may be. See, you will only see the best part when you're dating. The nitty gritty of it is when you finally entangle yourself with that person in a marriage. When you're dating someone, you are seeing the best at that very time. When you marry someone, it will take you 2 to 3 years for you guys to really figure out your life. It's either it's going to work or it's not going to work. Then after that, that's when you really go through what the motion of marriage is. So all of these things, when you're dating someone, you're just going to be dating him blindly. If you have to cancel a date and you call him and say, oh, I'm sorry, my child is sick, I just have to cancel to disappointment. If he's telling you, oh, is there anything I need? Do you need me to pick up something? Do you need me to bring you some soup, maybe for the child? That's someone that truly cares. If the guy says, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to just try to figure something out. Maybe we can do this another day. That's someone that just wants you for you. Do you understand? So you're looking, when you're calling and saying that, you know, you need to cancel a date because your child is sick, but he's in the line, he's checking up on you and he's also checking up on the child. That's someone that cares. If he's saying it just sounds kind of selfish, you already know this doesn't sound right. And if you have a child, you're just not going to, it's different when you have a child because now you have someone that you have to be looking out for. Exactly. So I mean that's all that it means in my own eyes. Like you're not just going to allow the person in your space and then it gets to that point and you're seeing all these red flags. Red flags happen even from not even saying anything at all, with the way that the person is responding to the situations around you. Not that you're testing the person, but that's just real life for you.
Absolutely. Sister Yinka, actually, that response out of my mouth. So Sister Binkwe, here is something I would like us to look at. Maybe we can make it make sense from this angle. First, based on what Sister Yinka said and my own point of view, first, as a single mom, you want to find a man first, either for you or for your kids. It all starts from finding a man. So now, if I may ask Simbi and Sister Binkwe, how long do you think it should take a single mom from meeting a man to introducing that man to her children? How long do you think it should take, Sister Binkwe?
Well, I think it depends. It depends on how the relationship and the people in the relationship. I can't really say for how long people meet and 6 months later, or 5 months later, they start introducing families to each other. So it would depend on the people in the relationship. But I would say how long is, as much as you feel like you are comfortable enough to bring this person around your children,
Okay.
because you're a single parent, you have kids. So I don't see any reason why you should be rushing. Just take your time, date the person, get to know. And I think me and Yinka, we are kind of saying the same thing, probably in a different way. Yeah. So date the person, get to know them, take your time, so then you will then decide when you want to introduce them to your kids. But it's not after 1 month or 2 months. Yeah, it should take some time, you know. But then when you're going to decide, that will be the people in the relationship. Yeah, I think that has to do with the individual. Yeah.
And I quite understand where you're coming from, because you are not a single mom. So definitely you are not wearing the shoe yet, because being a parent will open your eyes to so many things. The way Sister Yinka talk right now, I already know where she's coming from, because we are almost like in the same shoe. And thank God my own soft life sister Sisi is here now. Sisi, we get exactly what we are talking about here. Because even when you say you are looking for a father for your children, how would you know if this man is a father? Some people can come around because of what they are looking for, because they want to just get between the woman's skirt, and they'll be nice to the kids. Maybe once in a while when they come around you, they see you, hey, buddy, how you doing? What's up, man? Come on. They will speak nice. They will speak cool. And this our new Gen Z children, because majority of us now will be having Gen Z and Gen AI. Is that not how they call them? You know how they are. They are easy to win over at times. If you can show that maybe you are hip hop dad, if you come around them and you speak their language, they will simply align with you. So a man can pretend. A man knows that as a single mom, your children are your priority. Just like we said on yesterday's show, your kids are your priority. And he know if you can come around your kids and play with them, make them happy, and the kids started, feeling like, oh, I like him, he's a nice guy. A man knows that when you see that, you will automatically submit because you love your children, and now the children loves him. So automatically you start thinking, this is a nice man. It takes more than that to actually know who is a real dad. However, when you're dealing with a man who truly loves you, as a mature lady, you already know the signs of what a man, or you already know what to expect from a man that loves you. Now, a man that loves you will not necessarily want to hang around your children anyhow. In fact, if a man truly loves you, one of the things that will scare him the most is a rejection from your children. So even if you ask him, babe, I think we should, I just want my children with you, he might be like, let's take it easy first, don't let us rush it. But because he loves you, you will get it. But this thing is kind of complex. And all we are saying is that as a single mom, take your time. I know as a man, speaking as a man, I know that if a man truly loves you, a responsible man, if he truly loves you, he loves your children already. I know that. But a man might not really love you. He might just love what you represent. Maybe you're making good money, you have a position, he's looking for something, and just because of what he's looking for, he might kind of pretend that he loves your children. And after the relationship is going on, he will start acting up. I got Sissy in the building. I know Sissy has been listening on the ground, and Sissy brings it 100 every time. My soft life sister, how are you doing?
I'm good. Uncle Benno, how are you? Panel members, how are you guys? CB, Bimpe, long time, and some newbies that I see today. Hey, ladies.
Sister Yinka is here with us today.
Hi, Sissy. Good to hear your voice.
Thank you. How's everybody? I've been listening and I've been loving the conversation. So I thought, let me jump in and add my 2 cents. Although I didn't catch yesterday's show, I was still watching it, but I'm loving the conversation and the points that people have made so far.
Thank you, my sister. So this situation about looking for a father for the children or looking for a man for yourself as a single mom, what's your take on this?
Okay, so for myself, I wouldn't say I'm a single mom or single parent, because I have a very active co-parent, active ex-partner that is 100% involved in our son's life, right? So I can't say I'm a single parent, because to me, a single parent is somebody who the partner is not involved financially, mentally, in any capacity, right? So that I can't relate to that. However, I can relate as a woman with kids trying to date, right? So I'll come in terms of that aspect. So for me, when I've dated, I've always made the boundary for myself has always been, I'm not going to introduce my kids to any man that I'm dating, whether that be for 1 week, whether that be for 1 year or 2 years. Yeah. If that man is not going to be my husband, there's no point. Right? So if I'm dating somebody casually, having fun, there's no need for my kids to know I'm even dating. There's no conversation that my kids need to be involved in. That, oh, uncle this. Even the way I maneuver my conversations with that person is maybe when my kids are not around, or they've gone to bed, or just via WhatsApp. We don't even talk on the phone. Then when I have the free time, I'll be speaking to the person freely, right? Because I don't want my kids to have an inkling of somebody that mommy is talking to that is not their dad, even though we're not together, right? I don't want that. So now I'm in a different situation where I'm in a relationship which is very serious, leading to marriage, 100%. And now is the time that I feel I'm ready to introduce my kids. But I've been dating this person for 1.5 years, right? Wow. And He knows I've got kids. We've spoken about my kids. He asked about them. But in terms of introducing him to my children, if you're not going to be in my life long term, why do I need to introduce you or bring you around my children temporarily? How many men are you going to bring to your children temporarily before you meet your husband? I think it's, as a woman, I just think it's wrong on every level. And then ladies, I think everybody mentioned it already. Stop looking for a man to be a father to your children. Your children already have a father. If that person is irresponsible, it's still their father. If the person is absent, it's still their father. Another man should not have to take responsibility for fathering or taking on that responsibility to father your children that already have a father, irrespective of the fact that he's not present in their life, right? So if you take that away and you look for a suitable partner for yourself first, maintain that, build that relationship based on the qualities that you're looking for. And then potentially, if the person has the benefit of, obviously they have to like children, else you wouldn't be dating them in the first place.
Yeah.
But then secondly, they should have fatherly qualities, or if they don't have children, have fatherly qualities. How do they talk? How do they interact with children in their lives? Maybe their nephews, their nieces. Are they active in like youth things with children? You need to watch that and see, right? And that will show you the type of father that person could be in future. However, it doesn't mean he will be that father to your children because he's not their biological father. There's always a difference, right? So for me, I just feel like take away the notion of looking for a father for your children. Your children have a father. Irrespective of the capability of that father, that's their father. Allow the person that comes into your life to get to know your children, to just on a friendship level, for your children to have trust in that person. Because for stepkids, if they don't trust you, if they don't respect you, it's that relationship goodbye. You will have problems from today until thy kingdom come. Because those kids haven't gained any, because these children have not chosen this person to be in their life. You have imposed this person on their life. There's a difference. So it's going to be difficult for them to be freely receptive, freely accommodating. There'll be pushbacks. But if you introduce somebody to your kids based on a friendship level, no expectation of them to be their dad, to come in as an authoritarian figure or disciplinarian, you take away a lot of the stresses for kids and for the partner as well. He can just come, be in his zone. You and your ex-partner, you and your baby daddy, you manage your children. Manage the discipline, manage all of that. That person is there to support you. That person is there to be a soundboard and another trusted figure for those children, like a teacher, like maybe a babysitter. If you think of it like that, I think it's a lot easier to navigate dating and looking for a step parent for your children. That's my point.
Wow, I'm just so lucky today, yo. I just feel like I should just leave today's show for you ladies to just help me finish the whole thing. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for that submission, Cece. I really appreciate it. And thank you for at least sharing your personal experience with us. Because this thing, whenever I look at the situation in the dating market right now, and with the increased number of ladies who are on social media, especially single parents, who continue to lament the fact that men are treating them anyhow, I just can't take it. And I feel like, you know what? Since Auntie B and everybody have said, oh yeah, we should be talking, we men, we should be talking to our brotherhood. It's better I start talking about this and hopefully it can help. All right, so far so good. Please take note here. We don't throw, we don't judge, we just bring ideas, we bring contributions so that people can learn. And you've listened to all my sisters in the studio now. You see that everybody brought a unique perspective to the conversation. Hold on to the part that works for you, but please, sometimes it is good to listen to other people's wisdom. You've heard from Sisi, you heard from Binkwe, you've heard from my sister Yinka, and of course my two single ladies in the studio, Simbi and Tosin. And of course, the experience that Binkwe, Yinka, and Sisi will bring to the table is quite different from what Simbi and Tosin will bring to the table. But I'm just going to tell you, as a single mother, there is a huge mountain before you to climb, but that mountain is not too high. if you know what you are doing. And what we're just saying here is, please look for love, search for love. The world have disappointed you already, or can I say life has disappointed you already? I've never seen any lady that woke up one day and say, I want to have baby out of wedlock, or I want to be married and be divorced. I never hear a person say that kind of prayer before. I've heard ladies say that I don't want to be married, I want to have baby, which is quite fine. But anyone who say I do, I don't think they want to come back and say, oh, I'm divorced. Nobody prays for that. But when it happens, it happens. And you have to come back and jump on your feet again. So the last part I just want you, my sisters, to look at briefly before we end today's show, because this has really been an exciting episode, is I have this point here that I say, be an independent woman that needs a man. That's my last point here. A single mom, single parent who wants to find love, you must be an independent woman that needs a man. So let me quickly explain this so that it will make sense more. What I mean by being an independent woman is that there is nothing wrong about you being independent. It's just because of social media that people start to see a woman saying, I'm an independent woman, as a wrong thing, as it connotes negativity. No, being an independent woman means that you have something doing, you can take care of yourself, you can provide for yourself, you can take care of your needs, you have a good job, you have your things in place, you set boundary, you are a classy woman, you're beautiful, you are doing your thing. You literally don't have to rely on somebody for you to do those little things that you have to do, or even if it is mighty thing. It means that if you decided that, oh, you know what, I want to drive a Mercedes Benz, you don't need somebody's money to buy it. If you say, okay, I don't like this, the area I'm living right now, I want to move to a luxurious apartment, or no, I want to buy my own home, you can make that decision all by yourself and get it going. That's just what independence means. Nobody has to control you or anything. Now, when women say, I'm an independent woman, some men will simply take it like, what a crap, you are independent? Okay, you don't need a man. No. It's one thing for you to say, I'm an independent woman, and it's one thing for you to say, I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man. Or you say, I'm an independent woman, I don't give an F. And then it shows in your character and your attitude. It follows you around. Now, if you are a single lady, you're doing that, it's still understandable because you will come around. But as a single mom, my grammarian people will say there is something called affirmation. If you wake up every day and you say, even though I'm a single mom, I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man, I can do everything myself. Unknown to you, subconsciously, you will start acting out. Even when you are in presence of a man or any other person, it will start showing in how you do things that I'm an independent woman, I don't need a man. So please, if you really want to find love and happiness, be an independent woman that needs a man. And I think I've heard CC and some of my sisters mention this thing several times. I say, Mio, I'm an independent woman, but I need a man. And the thing is, when you accept that you need a man, it will change your perspective and your approach towards dating. It will give you this opportunity to look at a man and assess him. Does this man have what I'm looking for in a man? Because you need a man, but you don't need a stupid man. You don't need a man who's going to become a liability to you. So now you know you need a man. That is you being intentional. That, okay, I got to find my man. My man is out there and I'm going to find him. But what am I looking for? First, I need a man with a job. I need a man who's earns certain amount of income. Whenever I hear a woman say, I need a man that makes 6 figures, it really don't bothers me. The only time it bothers me is if you are looking for a man who makes 6 figures and you yourself, you don't even make six inches. You don't make 6 dime. Then I have a problem. But if you are a lady you maybe you make 60K, 100K a month and all that, and you say, I need a man that makes this figure. Yes, you are within your right to say you need it. You earn it. You want it. Okay, so it doesn't bother me. But if you're gonna go around and say, I don't want man, I don't need man, and you know deep down you really desire a man, and you are a single mom, this can cause delay in your approach to finding your man. So that's what I want you, my sisters, to help me speak on. Should women be an independent woman that don't need a man, or they should be an independent woman that needs a man? And like I said, wherever you stand determines your approach and how you do things. So let me start with Simbi first, because you are a single young lady, and let me hear your view before we go to our other sister. Simbi, what's your stand on this? Would you rather be an independent woman that don't need a man, or you would be an independent woman that needs a man?
I want to be an independent woman that needs a man. I need a man, no.
You sure?
Yes,
sure?
Uncle Ben.
Okay.
Yes, I need a man.
Yeah, the next question I will ask you is, why do you need a man?
Uncle Ben.
B.
Why did you put you on the spot like that?
No. I don't put you on a spot, my dear. You see, a lot of ladies, even not to even talk of single mom right now, they don't provide answer to these hardcore questions. I need a man. Why do I need a man? That will guide your decision. After you answer, why do I need a man? Then you will also ask yourself, what type of a man do I need? And finally, you will ask yourself, am I deserving of this type of man that I'm craving? I don't know if you get these 3-step questions now. This is just to help sisters and brothers out there. You have to ask these questions. I'm an independent woman. Yes, I want to be independent. Do I need a man? Yes, I need a man. Why do you need a man? Then what type of a man do you need? And then, do you see yourself as having that capacity to attract that type of a man that you seek? So, Simbi, over to you. Why do you need a man? You may not have to go deep, but as a young lady, you should know why you need a man right now. If you want to go the Nigeria route of, I need a man to pay my bill, I want to buy my Brazilian, my human hair, my shoe, my nail, let us know. Or if you need a man, something serious, relationship for you.
I need a man for companionship, because I can work, I can earn a living, and that I have that independent mindset too. But then I need a man for companionship, because sometimes you just need someone to talk to, someone that can understand you, your own person, your personal person. So exactly. Companionship.
Simbi. Okay. Now, you don't have to say this anyway. You don't have to answer it. Do you already have a type of a man you are looking for?
Yes. I like
if it is taking you, I can hear you. If it's taking you longer to answer this question as a single lady, now imagine what it would look like.
No, that's no. It's not taking long. It's not taking long. I know. I said it in the beginning that I don't like to say what I want, because I kind of feel like it attracts people who just come around and pretend. I know what I want. I just don't like to say it out.
Exactly.
I kind of feel like if you're my person,
I agree.
You get, because a lot of men come, they'll be like, what's your ideal man? And then when you tell them, they start acting up. Exactly. They start trying to play that role. And that's why I'm not so comfortable with that question. Look, if you're my man, you will just know what to do. You will just match with me. It's just like your socket and your plug. It will fit. I don't need to tell you, because if I tell you, that means you will not act natural around me. You want to act everything like you're just trying to pretend. to be somebody that I want. Then at the end of the day, when you're done pretending and you can no longer pretend, then you start acting up. And then what happens? We break up. So I've learned not to. I don't want to say anything. If you like me, I think you will know how best to treat me.
Remember, I pointed that out earlier that don't ever assume that a man should know how. And this goes to all my sisters. I'm telling you from experience.
Uncle Ben, not like that. What I mean is, if you're a gentleman already knows what to do. That's just what I feel.
Really?
Once you're a gentleman, yes. Uncle Ben, you're a gentleman now.
Hey,
no, see, knowing what to do does not mean that you should read me like a book. I'm going to tell you that this is what I like, this is what I don't like. We'll get to that stage. It's not something you can avoid. But I kind of feel like when you're a gentleman, there's some certain, for example, now, we've been dating for like 6 months, and then you've never bought me a gift, or you've never sent me money. Like, okay, babe, go make your hair. I'm making my hair every month. I'm not saying that's why I'm dating you. I'm just saying you cannot tell me you love me and not give me money for my hair or nails once in a while. That's just what I'm saying. There are common sense, as in common things that I'm expecting you to do. And if you don't do them,
listen, Simbi, just as an uncle, just to help you, so we can be on the. We are still not talking of being a single mom now, just ordinary single lady. You see how this thing can go left or right. Now, let me just help you with this. If you are expecting him to do simple things, common sense, simple things that common sense should tell him to do as a man who loves you, and he doesn't do it, how would you react to that?
If he doesn't do those common, then he's not my man. Joe, I can't be telling you everything to do. I kind of feel like there are some things you should know, basic things that gentlemen will do when they're in love. When a man is in love, Uncle Ben, you know what I'm talking about now. When you like a woman, you
Simbi,
naturally don't want to see. Okay.
Simbi,
okay.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm just trying to help here. And for the benefit of our other sisters, younger sisters out there that are searching for love, I've told you guys in the beginning of this show, some men might be old, 35, 40 years old, and their brain is still functioning like a 24, 23 years old boy. Don't make this mistake that he should know. Sometimes we don't know. Let me tell you something right now. I've been with my wife for the longest. There are still so many things I don't know about this woman. There are still some things that she expected me to do that I won't do, that I don't know I should do. And I'm being vulnerable, and I'm telling you now for you to know. Our brain, it gets as it be as men. There are some things you just say, with this guy exposure, with his education, he should know this now. My dear, we don't know. Or we might not think it that way. I'll give you an example again. My wife, I didn't know that my wife liked to visit all these luxury hotels. Until one day, I had this job in Austin downtown, and there is this hotel. It's called the Marriott. It's one of the expensive hotel here in Texas. I think at that time, a room per night goes for all the way to like $350, $420 sometimes when they have event going on. So this white man hired me to cover his wedding, and the entire wedding party are lodging in that hotel, and then they gave me a room. And that day I was going to pass the night in the room, and I'm like, hell no, Austin is my city. Why will I sleep here alone? And it's in downtown where the main event is happening. So I, out of intuition, I just called my wife up. And I'm like, babe, can you believe that this man actually lodged me in the Marriott, JW Marriott? Would you like to come? We just stay here overnight, carry the children and go mommy house. My mother-in-law house is here too. My wife packaged the children and go my mother-in-law. She came down to meet me at the hotel. We had fun. That hotel is fun. We slept, nothing where we not do finish. Swimming, we used the whole thing because it was 2 days booking. When we now came back, my wife now said something that I caught. You say, hey, this is what I'm talking about. At least for once, you threw me. I enjoyed that. Then I said, hey. So next time, I think about 3 months time again, I have a gig in Dallas, and I know the hotel where they're going to do that gig. So I booked an extra room in the hotel, and I told my wife, babe, why don't you follow me to Dallas this weekend? We'll just cruise. And then we went again. Immediately, this guy light up. In fact, the way she dressed, everything, I know they quick see her like that. And she's a very quiet, very private person. So what I'm saying in essence is this. There are things you might assume that this simple thing you should know that we don't know. Honestly. There are times that
Uncle Ben, your example now, explanation, that's not what I'm talking about. That one is not basic. I'm talking basic things.
Let me give you another basic example. And this one will shock you. We have grocery here. We have stores. It just be like, how do you guys call it in Nigeria? ShopRite. That we visit here every time in Austin. Do you know, anytime me, my kids and my wife will go to these stores, my kids will buy whatever they want. I will just swipe card. We come out. If my wife say won't buy anything, I'll begin complaining. Inside the store, I'll be like, what do you mean? You don't use the money? I say, I beg, let's go, Joe. I've already spent more than what I wanted. That thing don't happen several times. I used to buy my wife, buy everything, but I didn't know that the thing actually gets to her. Like every time we come to the store, like a family, you usually start with one. Only one of my baby will say, Daddy, can I go to the store? Can you buy this? And then when I say, okay, let's go, the rest we hop into the vehicle. My wife will join. But when we go, but one day we went like that. We bought everything, and when we are coming out, my wife just sat in front of the store there and said she's not going. She said, "Why you are doing this thing all the time? Every time we come, you will buy everything for these children, but you won't buy for me." And my wife is a big girl. She's a rich girl. She's okay. These things she's complaining about, these are things of $20, $30. But that day she was like really serious, shedding tears, and I'm like, "What? This small thing rich like this? You are a woman that you ask me to buy anything at any time that are really expensive, and I buy it. I won't even blink. How $20 thing can't be issue?" So please, what I'm saying is, talk. Don't lose a good man because he didn't do what you thought he's supposed to do. That is just everything I'm saying. I know the story don't long, but please take note. Men, there are so many things we don't know, whether simple thing or tough thing. That is why a simple thing as doing house chores, wash plate can cause trouble in some marriage. Some men don't know they can do it. So please, my dear, please, if they are not doing those basic things you expect them to know, that is not a sign that they don't love you. Just ask. Just brush it in their front. That is why communication is key. Just mention it. And then he will just be like, no, Tony, I'm supposed to do this. That's all I'm saying, okay? I hope my explanation makes sense more. Hello, Simbi. Network, don't carry Simbi.
Let me answer for her. I get what Simbi was saying, and I get what you were saying, Ben.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, yeah.
All right. Now, based on the question I'm asking right now, let's just go to the three mature lady here. Of course, I still have my Tosin here, but I don't know whether network don't carry I go to. Tosin, are you still here or you gone? Anyway, we've done 2 hours. All right. Tosin, what's your answer? Do you want to be independent woman that don't need the man?
Of course, I need a man. I want to be an independent woman that needs a man. Everybody needs a companion. Everybody needs a man.
What's happening with the sound? Ben, you're muted.
Yeah, it's her phone. It's Tosin's phone. She's probably not using earpiece or something. All right, let me just come to you three ladies. Sita Yinka, do you want to go first? Is it okay for a woman to be dependent and needs a man, or independent and don't need a man? With respect to being a single mom, not just single ladies now.
being independent and needing a man are two different things. Being independent, every
Exactly.
individual as an adult has to know how to be independent. Needing a man is another thing. And I believe that, I'm a Christian and I believe that God created Adam and Eve. He created Eve for a reason. He created Eve for Adam so that they could be companions. You get what I mean? So
Yes,
for
ma'am.
me, being independent, you should know how to take care of yourself as an adult. If you're an adult, before you tie yourself to another person's life, you should know how to take care of yourself. How do you teach someone else to care for you if you don't even know what you want? So that's part of you being independent, knowing who you are as an individual, as an adult. And then before, having someone in your life. But I mean, to me, I feel like, I don't know how this life would be if I didn't have my husband in my life. You get what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. And I'm an independent woman, but I don't see myself not being with the person that I'm with right now, with my husband, because that's just the way it's supposed to be. And I love it that way. So, and I want that for everybody too. Well, for those who want it.
God bless you, my sister. God bless you. Can you just give us your last word on the entire thing we talk about today, so that we can round up?
Oh, well, I just wish everybody well, especially, for single moms, single dads. It's not easy when you already have children and now you want, you're not in that relationship that created the children. Now you want someone, to be with. Everybody wants someone to love. Everybody wants to be loved and feel the love. It's not easy. It's not a one size fits all. At the end of the day, it's a decision of the heart, and is also something that you have to truly be okay with. I pray that everybody is, the Lord leads everyone to make the best decision for themselves, because whatever might work for me may not be what will work for the next person.
Exactly.
So I wish everybody well. That's pretty much what it is at the end of the day.
Thank you, Sister Yika. God bless you for at least stepping in and help us make sense of today's topic. I really appreciate it. God bless you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Yes.
All right, Sister Bingpe, over to you, my own soft life sister.
Yeah, so your question is, being an independent woman, you need a man, right? Or do you need a man or you don't need a man?
Yeah, should you be an independent woman that needs a man, or an independent woman that don't need a man? Because this one is very important for especially single mom out there.
Single moms, yeah. You have to be an independent person, because like Nika said, you have to be independent. You have to be able to do things for yourself as an adult. At least know yourself to some extent before you can merge your life to somebody else, or adult relationship. So and we all need each other. No man is an island. We all need each other to thrive, for those that desire to, because some people they like to be by themselves. But if it is your desire to be with somebody, I believe you should also be independent, being able to hold your own as a single mother or as a single lady, being able to take care of yourself, your own bills, you're able to fend for yourself, do what you want to do for yourself. So when the person comes, you're not going to be a liability to them. But we all need somebody. Single parents, single mothers, I believe they also need love and they need that companionship. So so I would rather, if I'm a single parent, I would rather be independent, but I also need a man, a companion.
Absolutely. God bless you, my sister. Oh, God bless you, Bipe. You actually break it down perfectly well. Because I purposely asked that question because it's one of the confusion I see out there on social media, that some people really don't really understand the concept of being independent and needing a man. Some, especially these young folks of these days, when they hear being independent, they just think like, oh, it means I'm taking care of everything. I don't need a man to do nothing. And then the men too, as they hear you talk about, the men too, once the man hear you talk about I'm independent, all they hear is, oh, you don't need a man. No. A woman, it's okay for a woman to be independent. In fact, I'm advocating for women to be independent. I'm a married man and my wife is an independent woman. She makes her own money. She buy whatever she wants. I say this all the time. You ladies, you are expensive to take care of. Unatin, they're expensive. What you ladies you buy every time. All those your jewelries, your shoes, your bag, your clothes, every time. And the frequency at which you ladies buy all these things. If a woman is relying on me to be dropping that money all the time, we go fight. I'm sorry, I'm an undo man. Yeah, I sabi money. You get where I go release that money reach, my eye will change. But if you are an independent woman, knowing fully well that you can do many of these things yourself, and that you just need me to play my role as a man, and I have to step up to meet your expectation, that one alone is thrilling. Okay? It gives confidence. The man knows that, you know what? My woman got it. My woman really don't have this financial pressure she's going to put on me. So that's the important thing there. So thank you, Bimpe, for at least clarifying that. So now,
all right, sorry, before you go to Sisi, I'm going to be dropping off. This has been a wonderful show. Thank you.
Thank you, Bimpe.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, love you, Mama. Thank you so much.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
All right. Me and Sisi, we finished today. Let me take Simbi's comment, and then Simbi can leave. Then Sisi will help me wrap up. So, Simbi, based on today's show,
Uncle Ben. Okay.
Yeah, based on today's show, how to find love as a single mom. Do you at least learn one or two things on today's show? And what would you advise single mom out there as your last word for today?
Okay.
Hey, Sister Natu. Welcome, my sister. All right, Simbi, go ahead.
Okay, if there's anything I've learned today, I've learned that if you want to date as a single mom, the focus should be on you and not the kids. That is, you should be looking out for yourself and not the kids, because they already have a father. And that's true. And if the focus is looking for a father figure for your kids, then that's where issues will come in. And then my advice is single moms should stop wearing the tag on their head. Not literally. I mean, it's a metaphor. People can just see you and say, oh, she's a single mom. Or you're introducing yourself and the first thing you're saying is, hi, I'm a single mom. I kind of feel like it's not good. It will make people start pitying you or seeing you in a certain way, like you're helpless.
Yeah.
It's giving some kind of vibes that is not so good, and can even, it can make you attract the wrong kind of men. That's just basically what I think now after hearing everything everyone has said on the show today. Yes.
Thank you, my dear Simbi. Thank you for always hopping in the studio, co-hosting with me and breaking it down. And I always like your millennial mindset. Oh my God. God, I thank you. I know Mary from this generation. Oh, they could not frustrate me.
Uncle Ben.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Tosin, I can't really add you back, Tosin, because of your audio, but I really appreciate your presence today, my dear. Thank you very much. Okay, now to me and my own Sisi. Sister Natu has started doing comedy again in the chat. Sister Natu said, independent woman, we don't want man, a reverend sister. I did my house with me. Oh, Sister Natu, I beg. You are not a comedian. Why you they do like this? All right. So, Sisi, I know you'll be busy. You have stuff going on, but you were listening at the background. I just wanted to go through the 3 highlights of what we discussed today and take your opinion as we are rounding up. So, the show we did yesterday, yesterday's show was based on what men should expect and what women should expect as a single mom who want to date. That was what yesterday's show was all about. And I pinpoint some key things that men should pay attention to, that if they are coming into a single mom's life, they shouldn't assume that the moment they are coming in, they want to step in and become dads to the children. We established that yesterday, that that is a no-no, because it won't end well. The children have their own biological father, and I emphasize that how you move around the kids, what you do with them as time progresses, and more importantly, how you treat their mother, will determine how they accept the man. And we all agree on that yesterday, because that is usually one of the mistakes that men made when they started seeing a single mom. Some of them just wanted to say, let me start playing the fatherly role. It doesn't work.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
So also yesterday, we talk about dishonesty, that single mom don't really trust you like that yet to leave you around their children and all that. More importantly, we emphasize the fact that children are the priority to every mother. And I stepped in yesterday and made the example that even in my own home, as a married man with kids, and we're living together, my kids are my wife's priority. I mean, I already know, say I come second when it comes to yeah. Every man should understand that, because some of these things we have to make the correction so that our brothers out there can understand these things. I'm a dad. I have my kids with my wife. We are cool. We are fine. Everything is okay. Yet I know that when it comes to my wife, as far as the children and myself are concerned, the children are a priority. And that is so for every woman. Okay. It's not as if maybe they are doing that to kind of trigger the man or say the man means nothing. No, it's just the way they are wired. Okay.
Yeah.
We established that any man that wants to deal with a mom, know that when she prioritizes her children, that does not mean that you are not important. It's just the way women are wired. And lastly, yesterday, I think I forgot the last point we raised yesterday, but coming back to today's show, today we actually look at how single women can find love. That's what today's topic is all about. And one of the things I emphasize is one, a woman have to find her own man. And I asked a question earlier, if you are listening. I'm just doing like a recap so you can help me make sense properly. So I say first, a single mom must look for a man. And if you are looking for a man, you have to be intentional. And one thing, according to the conversation, how it went, is that one thing you should be careful with as a single woman is not to appear as a desperate single mother. That's what we spoke about today. So when you are finding love, you don't want to appear as a desperate single mom. That can ruin the whole thing. And men can easily pick up the vibes of a desperate single mom. It's crazy. I know. It's super crazy, but a lot of men out there, they can easily pick you out if you have this energy of a desperate single woman. And one of the examples we make is that, okay, you meet this guy in less than 2 months or 3 months, you are already talking about settling down. You are already asking him some difficult questions that he can't even provide answer to. And those are questions that are kind of invasive in some way, or maybe you have not really find time to know him very well to be asking those deep questions. All right. And we also identify that some ladies, some single mom, once they start seeing a man, within the first month, 2 months, when they go to the man house, they start playing the role of a wife, sweeping, cooking, doing everything. They are already their loads, their clothes, everything to the man house. So, but the bottom line is, I concluded that by saying ladies should please research those things that when you do them, it gives you it created this environment of desperate single mom around you. You don't want to do it when you are finding your man. And then we now proceed to what are you looking for? And that's when I asked the question about being a dad, looking for a dad for your children, or looking for a man for yourself. And that one is key. Then lastly, being an independent woman who needs a man, or an independent man who don't need a man. Now, out of these 3 points today, my CC, what is your general view and advice ladies out there to do?
Okay, I love the points that you guys covered. I need to watch the yesterday's show, but from the points that you listed, I'm agreeing with all of them so far. I think for myself is definitely, I think somebody mentioned it before, is you should be independent, irrespective of the fact that you have kids, that you have responsibilities. Just as a mature person navigating the world, be independent, right? Have your own. Be able to provide for yourself, look after yourself, so that anybody that is joining your life in any capacity, friendship, relationship, it should be as a an addition to your life. It shouldn't be that lifeline for you, right, to survive. So for me, I think the question that you gave to everybody, whether you need a man, for me, the right answer isn't need. A need is something that you cannot live without. Right?
Yeah.
It's not a need of a man that you need. You want a man. Okay? A want is something that it's what's the word? It's an addition to your life, something that makes it better. Okay? A want. Like you want a nice car, you want shoes, you want bag, but you can live without shoe and handbag, just like you can live without a man. However, do you want to live without a man forever? No, you want a man in your life for companionship. I think people said that already. Companionship, someone to have a family with, someone to be able to be your personal person. But you don't need a man. And the funny thing is, I was having this conversation yesterday with my partner when we were driving back from a party, just randomly talking about relationship. And I was like, you know what? If I didn't meet him, I was very okay by myself. I'm content, right? My problem isn't that I can't find a man. The problem is the quality of the men that was out there. That's one. And then two, I look at my life and say, okay, if I don't meet somebody and I don't get married at a certain point, I don't think it's going to be for me anymore. That's what I've always said to myself. I don't want to. Not because the relationships are not there. It's just that my life is content. I've got my kids. I'm happy in my job. I'm okay, right? But the difference is I want a relationship. I want a companion. I don't need those things. When you say you need a man, that means you cannot live without a man. You will die if you don't have a man in your life, and that's not true. So I think we need to flip it. The correct word is you want a man. You don't need a man. That's just my take on that. And as somebody who's dating as a single parent, communication is key, right? People will say what they want to say to you when they want something from you. That's just a fact. Whether you're single, whether you're with kids, or you're single just in general, just dating, right? Things can be very transactional, but when your kids are involved, you have to be extra careful. Do your due diligence. And a lot of the time is the cues that people don't say that will expose them. It's not what people say. To me, you can be talking, oh, I love kids, I do this, I do that, I do this. But then once in a while, throw out scenarios to the person that you're dating. Oh, babe, you know what? I heard so-and-so's child did this. Gauge what their response would be. If they're the type of person, or maybe if you've already involved the person around your kids and you're discussing something, you can say, oh, if they start throwing things that, when I have my own kids, I will never do this thing. And it's something that you do with your children. Is that guy not in directing your parenting skills, right? So I think people just need to have conversation, put scenarios out there so that you can really dig to the core of who the person is. Because ultimately, like I said before, you have chosen that person to bring into your children's life. Your children haven't chosen that person for themselves. So you need to do your best to make sure that that is the right person for them and also for yourself. And that's by asking the right questions and observing their behavior. That's just it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not rushing. Don't rush.
I always like the way you break things down. It's just like when Sister Yinka was here too, and Bimpe. You guys analyze it, make it make sense. Because even right now, as you're speaking, I see that need, and one thing, it clicked. it makes sense to me even now far better, because, and I think that is a different conversation entirely. We may have to still add that to this roundtable discussion, because I think a lot of women don't know if they really need a man or if they want it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if you remember it, just like what things that you need are things that you cannot live without. You need them for survival. If you think of it like that, it puts it into context. You need a man for survival. Will you not eat if you do not date this man? Are you not going to make money? Are you not going to have a shelter over your head if you don't date this man? Absolutely not. So it's just a want. So we need to differentiate that. Once you put into those categories, the perspective is a lot clearer. And then you can say, okay, you know what? I would like this, but I don't necessarily need it. I can live without it, you know? So you'll be more selective in terms, and you're not operating from a scarcity mindset. When you're saying, I need, any man you see, you need to snap him straight away. No, I've had a lot of guys that I've dated. I'm not a lot of guys, let me not put it like that. But I've dated 2 other guys seriously, and none of them met my kids. Why? Because it didn't click with them, and I wasn't there with them, and I was dating them for a while. So they were never introduced to my children. So you just have to, differentiate that need and want, and then you can align a lot better in terms of your choices.
So in other words, we can say that if you can differentiate between needs and wants, you can easily identify a man that fit into what you are looking for. And
absolutely
fit in, because it
absolutely
makes I think
because when you operate from a scarcity mindset, you think if this man approaches you, he's the only man that's going to take you with your children, with your problems, with all your baggage. Oh my God, you're just so grateful to have a man that's he's breathing. If you're operating like that, I know with my 2 kids, without my 2 kids, I'm a spec. I'm a hot lady, irrespective of the fact that I have kids, right? Yeah. So when you walk like that with that confidence, it's not my kids, it's me as a person. Exactly. Because when you step out, like Simbi said the right thing. She said, "Don't carry this 'I'm a single parent' on your head for the whole world to see and lament about." Do you understand? You're your person. I'm Cynthia. Before I had my kids, I'm Cynthia. That's who I am. That's how I present myself. I've got my career. I've got my friends. I've got the things that make me me, that make me attractive to a man that wants to be with me. It's not about my kids. So when you already are confident in your source, that's what I say. When you're confident in your source, I remember when I met my partner now, from the first day I met him, I told him, it was a joke between us. The cream always rises to the top. Because we met on a dating site, right? And then he used to tell me, you're keeping me from all my other connections. You're taking all my attention. I said, yes, because when the cream always rises to the top, that's the fact. So if you have that confidence in your own source, who can tell you whether you've got 10 kids, whether you've got 1 child, whether you've got 4 kids? So believe in yourself, and that will resonate to the right man, and it will attract that person 100%.
Absolutely. I think we're going to do one more episode on this single parent roundtable. And then if anything comes up after that last episode, then we can come back. But the episode I want us to do is based on this last point you just made, because I just see how a lot of single parents out there can benefit from this point. I think we will come back. We will look at what does it mean for a single mom to need a man, or not even just single mom, for an independent lady to need a man or to want a man. What does it mean? And for single ladies, for single mom, you have to understand what qualifies you as an independent woman first. I see people throw that around all the time. And for instance, a woman who can't even afford to pay her own rent. You are claiming independent woman. I don't think you are independent. So I think we will come back and look at that. We will just make the topic simple: needs and wants. Then we identify those factors that constitute a woman needing a man. And then we identify those factors that makes a woman fall into the category of she wanting a man, because this can help a woman to really make a very good, valid decision on how they want to approach dating. And thank you, Sisi, for really catching that and drawing it out. And I think Being Paid too was talking something along this line earlier. So we're gonna come back for that. Thank you, Sister Yinkus. And Sister Yinka say, I think it's the context on how we use words. I agree, want, not need. Absolutely. And Sister Natu said, I'm a woman, but I will tell you for free. Sisi is a spec. Sisi in our case now.
See who's talking. Natsu is a spec to hot girl, hot mama. Jamaica gang.
Jamaica gang. And Sister Yinka said, want we help with making better decision? Absolutely. Need we make you make decision based on desperation? Oh man.
Absolutely. I love that. Exactly. Exactly.
Honestly. All right. This is my weekend anyway. Maybe if I still don't have anything going on tomorrow, we can call me because I'm just editing video, and I'm creating content for my other channel. But thank you, CC, for at least bringing a very fresh and very important perspective to the conversation. Thank you, Sister Natu. Thank you, Sister.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks. Let me go and listen. Let me be in the comments. Thank you, Ben. Have a great weekend. We'll speak.
My sister, thank you very much. All right, man. You know, I told you guys, whenever we start this show like this, I honestly don't know the direction it's going to take. But as a Christian, what I do is I'll just carry my phone. I'll look at what we're going to discuss, and then I'll research it, and then I will throw it to the backstage. And I will tell my sisters in the backstage that, I beg you, if anybody is free, come and hang out with me to look into this topic. And so far, so good. God has been doing magic. In fact, God, they do miracle, not magic self. God has been wonderful with us on the platform. For those who like to join the backstage, if you are in US, you're in London, Europe, Canada, and you want to be part of our VIP group, CC named it the Real Family. So if you want to be part of our Real Family, use this number to send a request. I will add you, then we will update you on what's going on. Our WhatsApp group is actually not like many other WhatsApp groups. We don't share a lot of unnecessary content here. I think I'm even the one who used to post one or two things. If I just feel like, oh man, I see this and let me share, but we don't share stuff anyhow. The purpose of the group is just for me to let our members know what we'll be discussing, the angle I'm coming from, and then to simply beg them, anybody who is free, to hang out with us. And so far, this is really working. If you have derived benefit from this platform, please consider joining our Patreon, because right now we do not multiply. We did not monetize this platform. YouTube demonetized it, and I thought I was going to find time to appeal, but I don't even get time. My hand is filled with school, with work, with everything. I'll just leave it. Whenever I have time to come back to monetize it, I will do it. But if you want to support our effort, please join our Patreon. It's just $5 per month. Even if it is one time you can give, that's okay. And I explained that what we do here is that we use whatever fund we raise, we use it to support people back home in Africa. All right. Oh yeah, let me thank you, CC, for that. I even don't forget. Let me drop the link to invite people to the backstage, those who want to be there. I'm aware that there are some scammers who are trying to spam group and all that. We don't welcome that. I don't really have time for that. So please, if you have that mindset, don't even come. And before you even join the group, I will have to check you out. If you are from Nigeria or any part of Africa and you are not somebody we really know in depth, I won't add you. This group is meant for people in Europe, US, Canada, and all that. It's just for us to notify our members on the direction we are going and what we are doing. So please, you can use this link to join us backstage. Like I said, the purpose of backstage is just to let you know that we have a show coming up, what the show is all about. Maybe some of the materials that I found from the show, I will share it. And everybody has been active. Like, I think Sister Didi is busy today. If Sister Didi was not busy, she would have just looked for some research material now to help us make this conversation very robust. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all. Everybody that show up today, God bless you. I just want you to know that you have impacted somebody's life. These videos are usually on YouTube forever, and people are looking for this information. Since we started this platform, I've received a lot of messages, a lot of calls from people that I don't even know, and they will just be like, Uncle Ben, I like your platform, I like what you are doing, it's fun, is this, and then some of them will be like, Uncle Ben, I have this problem, how can we navigate it? And sometimes some of the questions they ask me are what we're actually doing show about, because I know if we throw it out open, people will come in and they will help us make it make sense. Thank you. God bless you. Have a nicely weekend. Don't forget, tomorrow is Sunday. Go to church. Go to church to CC and Co. In fact, I know CC go church anyway. Maybe I should be preaching for myself, because I'm one of those people that really don't go to church that much. Maybe like I say tomorrow, I go enter church. I enter church tomorrow. I need money. I go beg God for money tomorrow. Yeah, see, we miss Didi today. It's like Didi is busy. If Didi is here, Didi and D, they go don't take research and this thing scatter the whole thing. And my sister Misty, we missed a lot of people today. I think Misty was busy too. If Misty is here today, Misty could have helped me break this thing down further. And you know, this lawyer, thank God Sissy and others are here. Misty would have quickly said, Ben, do you mean need or want? Oh, I just love my life. I get plenty awesome sisters. Thank you, everybody. I don't take this for granted. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. For now, my name is Ben Real, your one and only coconut head uncle. Bye, guys.